Hello, everyone. Wow, I wanted to share something with you. Just a wonderful experience, one of those moments in your life where something happens for the first time and you think, I really want to enjoy this moment and really like completely engulf myself in it. And that was that today, this morning, was the first time that I'd ever heard the new Beatles song, Now and Then, on US radio, completely by chance. And it wasn't a Beatles show. It was on the regular radio. Actually, this morning, beautiful day, gorgeous day, sunshine and all. I took my girlfriend to work in the car, and we put on our favorite radio station. There's a station, excuse me, here. It's an oldies station, and it's WHLI. Wonderful. Plays 60s and 70s stuff. It's really a great, great station. And I noticed that people had been talking about Now and Then and saying, uh, I haven't heard it on the radio in the US. I'm told by people from England that in the UK anyway, they're hearing it on the radio pretty often. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't even know in the United States what radio stations these days, other than a Beatles channel, or Breakfast with the Beatles show, where you would actually even hear Now and Then. Because on the modern radio stations, whatever they are, play all that kind of typical, new sound of, I guess, the top songs, the contemporary acts, or the contemporary computer people, or whatever they have. So I don't know where you would hear something like Now and Then. Well, anyway, so we're in the car, and then all of a sudden, listening to my station, a song ends, and all of a sudden I hear Paul McCartney's voice come on to talk. And he says, and I'm paraphrasing here, hello, everybody, this is Paul McCartney. And I think I heard Ringo Starr. This is Ringo. And he said, and I would like you to hear now the new Beatles song. So he actually introduced it. They had a little tape of him introducing it. And sure enough, here it comes. And luckily, at first, we were at a red light. The light just turned red, so we were able to stay at this red light, which actually, you don't usually like red lights, right? They're annoying. But this time, we were happy to be able to stay at a red light. And as I'm listening to the song for the first time on radio, I'm thinking to myself, I'd like to capture this moment, do a short video or something. And here I am, I'm stationary at the light, so that was no problem with driving. But my phone, unfortunately, was not here with me. It was in the back seat, and I couldn't reach it. So I'm like, a moment was lost, but I could have made a short out of it. But anyway, it sounded just absolutely heavenly. Heavenly experience is the best word I could use. Hearing it on the public radio for the first time. I've only heard Now and Then the new song. Between the video and the song itself without the video, I've only heard it, I think, 3 times. I haven't played it a lot. I like the new song, and I love the new video. But the more I hear this new song, and I think a lot of fans are saying this, the more I hear the new song, the more I'm falling in love with it. The more it's becoming a Beatles, I'm sorry to a lot of you people, classic. It has classic potential. It is, and it's mostly, I admit, because of the sentiment behind it, the emotion behind it, the reason that it exists, the fact that so many emotional strings being pulled here. First of all, you have the fact that you have Paul and Ringo together singing on it now, and the fact that it's a tribute in a way to both John and George, who we lost too early. And John's voice sounds so beautiful. That demo tape, the original demo that he did in 78 or so at home, I thought his voice didn't really sound like great on it, but it sounds great on this new Beatles song. It sounds so sublime, so sweet, so as if he's singing from heaven. I swear, it's great to me. They did so much to enhance it. And then, this was the first time, this is probably only my 4th listen or so, the 4th listen to the song, but this is the first time that when Paul and Ringo were singing, I could pick out Paul's current modern voice. And I could hear when he's singing Now and Then. I love that. That is the Beatles right there, everybody together. But when I hear Paul, this is the first time that I could discern his voice wasn't youthful, I could hear it a little wobbly. like the way he sings now and then, I don't want to do it, but and I kind of said, I like that. And the reason I like that is because the song is about now, how we are now, and then it's the present and the past. So this is Paul today, along with John and George and Ringo. Paul how he sounds today. And I thought that really worked so well in here for the first time. I was so touched. And the whole thing, the strings that they have, the orchestration, and that slide guitar that I adore, that's another emotional, heart-tugging moment. The fact that George is not here anymore, and Paul paid tribute to his dear friend George by trying to pay homage to George with that slide. That slide guitar to me is so wonderful, and it's bittersweet. It's like bittersweet, it's sweet, but it's sad at the same time because George isn't here. All the things going on, folks, when you're listening to this song, Paul and Ringo doing it now, remembering John, remembering George, a tribute to George by Paul trying to nail that sound that George was so famous for with the slide. The emotional strings going on, the idea that this is the last hurrah, this is the last Beatles song. Everything coming together in here was so emotional. I got choked up again. I didn't cry this time. I cried the first time. Yes, I did. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm an emotional guy. Yes, I am. And I have a great heart, and I loved it. And I'm listening, and again, when it was over, what an experience. I'll always treasure the first moment that I got to hear it. And when the song ended, the DJ, who never really comes on between songs, says, "That's now and then the new Beatles song," at the end of it. They don't usually do that. They usually get on a roll where they play I think it's 11 songs in a row uninterrupted. You just hear 11 60s and 70s tunes uninterrupted, but this was interrupted, and I'm glad. It was a special moment. I'm so glad they announced this song. Right now, the song, as I said in my last video, is currently number one. The Beatles are number one again in the UK official charts. And people, I loved it. I loved it. Now, I want, before I end this, I'm going to end it now, but I want to say, again, I don't mean this as any insult to anybody. I mean that sincerely. But there are people who don't get anything out of this song, Beatle fans, and they think, what's the big deal? And it's not that, it was all right. It's not, I don't feel anything. It didn't make me emotional. And all I can say is, when I say I feel sorry, I don't mean that I'm accusing you or casting aspersions on you or insulting you. I just mean, from my heart, I just wish you could feel what we feel, the people who like this. It would mean so much to you if you could feel this. I don't understand it. I don't understand the lack of enthusiasm, emotion, and sadness and joy. We're all wrapped up in a ball in one. Everything that this song evokes. The more I hear it, the more I love it. The more I think this is going to be a top-notch Beatle track in my list. I really love it. Great experience. Thanks for watching.